It seems to be. Yeah. Everybody's sure. Which team is it? Okay,
Collins and
Knopp.
yeah, Knopp. Yeah, that's them.
And yep.
And the other one is Jeffrey and Palmer.
Okay, Jeffrey.
Oh, see there's on the back of hers. This one, yeah, Jeffrey.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
This is working whenever you're ready to start contemplating.
Ladies stick game, Jeffrey and Palmer from Kelowna against Collins and Knopp from Enderby. First end, third rock or fourth rock. Collins and Knopp are throwing bluestone. And this is a hit, and it looks like it is not. It won't stay, but the yellow log is removed. No, it's not. It's a good opportunity now for the yellow rock to build a good house. And Jeffrey from the Kelowna team is going to draw with the intern. And the rock has a good weight, and it's going to end up in a good result. Top four. The Enderby team now has their work cut out for them. They're going to have to open it up to have access to the 4-foot. And it is now, it's open, and the Kelowna team will have to put the guard back. Line appears to be a bit wide, but it is curling, and it has a good weight to make the shot. Maybe a little bit deep. This is kind of a difficult shot because of the rocks being staggered. The blue will bounce off, but 2 yellows are removed. Time to throw another guard. And she has successfully thrown 2 guards in a row. And I imagine she'll do the same again this time. Maybe a little lighter than the other ones, which might just over curl, leaving access to the yellow rock in the button. Little bit tight on this takeout shot, and it's going to be on the front rock, and there's a draw for 3 coming up. Draw for 3 for the team from Kelowna of Jeffrey and Palmer. The draw should be good. And it's a score of 3 for Jeffrey and Palmer from Kelowna over Collins and Knopp from Enderby. So now we'll see what the Enderby team can do with the hammer.
Yeah, we've got nice trees here on our. Yeah. Your glass or something. Yeah.
Thirteen and a half second draw to the full 8. Welcome.
You're good doing it.
That's okay. I can do it.
Yeah.
You probably got other stuff to do.
As always.
Yep. Just a little light on the draw attempt. And the Kelowna team can put a little pressure on the team from Enderby. It's a little, the draw's a little heavy. If it stops, it'll be right at the back house. And it does hang on in the 12, which still leaves the door open for the Enderby team. Rock again is a bit light and short of the house, coming to rest at the front left. And now the Jeffrey and Palmer team have the opportunity to put a rock in the top house and to make things a little bit more difficult. And the weight is good for the shot. It should be in the top 12 or just short of the house. Collins for Enderby is trying to figure out what is the best shot to call, and she's calling a draw around the top yellow. If this shot is made, it'll put the pressure right back on the Kelowna team. A little narrow. She should be hitting the or coming into the house. It is over curled. She hit her own blue rock out in the front. And the yellow are still lying too.
So you don't play the same? Yeah, we do. We play it after. We played already.
Now the yellow is calling a draw around their center yellow guard with which has a staggered blue rock on it. Line is good. It could be a bit warm. And it is. If it stops, it'll be back house. And it's just through. The fourth Enderby Rock by Knopp. And I'm not quite sure what is being called here, because they're going to hit their own blue on the front, but will create some access to the shot yellow rock. Draw by the Kelowna team. It's going to be buried, but it's a good shot. It's just top button, which is a good position, totally buried. The rock might over curl. Now, if the Kelowna team plugs the hole up front, it is going to be very difficult for Collins and Knopp to score a point. And that's what's being called a guard, right on the center line. The line looks pretty good. It depends on the weight. I think it is going to be a really good rock. It's going to be into the house for the fifth counter, I should say. It's a very difficult shot now for the Enderby team of Collins and Knopp to score a point. You got to find a shot where you can cut down the score. You got the raise on the blue at the front, right of the center, or a draw is possible to the one on the button, but it's very, very difficult, very precise.
And they have to build those. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there is.
And here comes the Enderby rock. It'll cut them down to 1. That was a good shot. Cut them down to 1. That is you can consider that to be a win from a difficult situation. For 4-0 for Jeffrey and Palmer from Kelowna after 2 ends.
Take your money and make sure you get your
That's a good idea.
The first rock is going to be short of the house.
Where you go, bro?
It is a good guard.
Oh, you guys must be right.
Collins' first rock she's been asked to draw around the guard to the 4-foot. And it's just a little bit warm and a little behind the tee line in the back 8.
Thank you.
I know. That's hard. That's a lot. Make sure you put that in.
Kelowna shot delivered to curl in behind their own yellow, but it's going to be light and it's going to be a guard weight again. Opportunity for Collins from Enderby to put another rock in, which will be buried behind a couple of staggered yellow guards. If this shot is made, the pressure will be on the Kelowna team to have a good response, because this is top 4 and it's going to be very difficult to deal with.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Well,
I think Palmer is calling her teammate Jeffrey to. She was calling for a draw. Now she's switched it to raising the two yellow guards to perhaps bump one up and to open it up. And she just made a great shot. Raised her own yellow right back in on the blue and took the blue out. The house is totally changed with one shot.
yeah.
Another draw shot called for the Enderby team. Collins is delivering the draw to reach the top four. But I think she's going to be on the Kelowna Rock in the house. A draw by the Kelowna team. But the rock is light and tight, and it is of just top 12 weight, just short of house. The blue is still shot in the back 8. So there's still the possibility of scoring 2 points. And after not a very good throw, Kelowna is now shot. Draw call. I'm not sure how deep she wants it. If she wants behind the yellow shot, their own yellow shot rock. It's going to be light. It's going to bounce off the blue, and it serves as a guard for the shot yellow. Again, it's very difficult now for the Enderby team, for Collins to be able to make a real good shot here, because any shot that she has is difficult. Probably the best one might be to play the yellow-blue combo and to open it up. And it is online to do what it's supposed to do, but it is still, the yellow that is shot is still guarded by a blue on the top 12.
I like to sitting in an official's chair, not official.
Let's see officials.
That's official.
Jeffrey from Kelowna is doing a draw shot, probably to be a second or third shot, or just simply a higher guard. But it appears it's got enough weight to go in. However, there's one yellow rock exposed, but they can't get shot rock off of that. A very difficult shot for Collins from the Enderby team. Cut him down, but probably still give up one.
Just catch the surge.
And the takeout shot is over curling. It's going to bounce off the blue, their own blue, and it should be a score of 3 yellow. 3 more for Jeffrey and Palmer from Kelowna, so they are up 7-0 after 3 ends. We're now halfway through this game. And we're entering the 4th end.
An oversight.
We have the opening ceremonies right after.
First rock being delivered by the Kelowna team. 4-foot draw or so into the house area.
Way to do it, Steve. Well, the first game.
Tough game there, eh?
Yeah. It's in the past.
It's going to end up being short of the house, but a very useful guard. And Collins from Enderby is calling for a draw around the guard. And the rock looks like It has got good line, good speed, but it's not buried behind. So the Kelowna team can draw to it, tap it back, but cannot remove it yet. In stick curling, the first three rocks cannot be removed. The blue is tapped back. It's a very good shot. Now the rocks can start to be removed. I think she's going to call a draw. Out turn draw to the 4.
All you gotta do, I think that's called the 4 foot. All you gotta do now. See the 4 foot.
Looks a little bit, the draw attempt looks a little bit tight. It just kissed off the front yellow and it's in the 4 foot, but fully exposed for takeout. And a hit and a roll. The takeout attempt looks a bit wide by Kelowna. Their shooter ends up in not a bad position. And the blue Enderby rock, it needs to be protected, or there needs to be a draw in the top 8 or top 4. Or even a little bit higher, but you need to count more than one point. The Enderby team is going to do a hit on the Kelowna yellow, and I think they want to roll in. Just changing the turn on the shot. The yellow is removed, 2 blue are counting, but one is fully exposed for a hit and roll. It might just, okay, they get a slight roll on the yellow. And the yellow might be now shot. So it probably has to be played with the lighter hit weight to get to the inside and roll in a bit.
Things that make people,
This is the last thing. Make it. She's not.
Two blue are now counting. Unless there's a double made here, there's a good chance of the Enderby team of Collins and Knopp will score. Minimum of one. I believe the Enderby team played just missed their takeout shot. So this opens a window of opportunity
They can get 3 points
for the Enderby team to tap one right into the button area. The dangerous rock is the yellow one on the right side of the button as I'm looking down on the house. That could be easily tapped.
You've got that terraces.
The blue draw attempt is light and it's going to end up on the front center line. Last yellow rock for Kelowna to tap. Tap their own yellow for shot, and it will be a little bit dicey to score for blue.
Roll.
Here's the opportunity to score 3. Missed attempt on a yellow raise has opened the house for a draw of 3.
Yes.
$13.4 for the draw. It should be good. The score after 4 is Kelowna 7 and the team from Enderby 3.
On the board. What happens? Let our guard down. Let it back in.
I don't know. She looks like she sees.
Yeah.
Two ends left to play, and to make up a difference of 4 points to force an extra end. Uphill battle because you have to do it without hammer. A little heavy in the draw. It probably is through the house.
What the heck?
Team Kelowna, I'm not sure what they're going to call. They call one right into the house, top 8, top 4. might be a little bit light, and if it ends up being a guard, it should be of benefit to the team from Enderby. They have something to come around. Draw shot for the Enderby team. Lots of ice. A lot of ice for this shot. But the rock is curling, and it looks like it's got good weight. But it's not going to be buried. It's right at the back, biting the 12-foot. Behind the tee. The call shot now for the Kelowna team is to follow that path down, but be about 6 feet shorter. And it looks pretty good. They might be buried behind their own guard. It's a little heavy. It's second. Kelowna Rock is yellow. Is second shot. Enderby Blue is still shot.
Sorry, Pat, my fault.
No, they did. That's right. Well, yeah, they did. Because one team.
Draw a shot to the top 12, 8 or 4 on the line to the back Blue Rock. It is a little heavy, and it's going to be on the Kelowna Rock. And I think Enderby is now line 2. But the problem is they're deep in the house, easy to use as backing. The Enderby draw is going to nick on its own guard. Which opens the door again for the team of Collins and Knopp to build a house. They could actually draw through that port towards the button, not away from the button, but she is choosing to draw away from the button. If it's got the weight, it's got a good line for a partial guard. And unfortunately tapped a Kelowna Rock to bite on the 8-foot ring. And it might just be shot because the Kelowna team is going to play they're going to tap their own rock, and that was just promoted there by the Enderby team. The rock is a little bit light, and shot now for Collins from Enderby is an open shot, whether she wants to draw or to hit the blue, hit the front yellow, or draw around it. They've called the hit on the yellow Kelowna rock, and if it's made right, the Enderby team should be lying 3. It should be good. It's going to hit the rock. Oh, it did not hit the rock full enough, and the shooter rolls out. Enderby's lying 2 with 1 rock to play, and Kelowna has 2 to play. And there's a timeout being called by Kelowna. They have to decide where is the best place to put a rock. I would say for the Kelowna team, look at the score. You can give up 1 and have Hammer coming home 3 up. If you freeze 1 right into the pocket or the crotch of the 2 blue that are at the back. You could hit, but I think the draw would be better, be more, it'd be more difficult for the Enderby team to deal with it.
They're quitting. They got, well, I think they got. Yeah, I think you can it's not wide. Well, then I thought they said it was
There's 90 seconds for a timeout. The time should be pretty close to being over. But I think they look like they're going to do a warm tap by the amount of ice that has been taken. We will see when this rock is thrown as to what has been called. The rock appears that they're throwing a draw, and it looks a little tight and a little light, and might just tap in another yellow onto blue. This gives the Enderby team the opportunity to place a rock in the 8 or 12 or 4 on the line to the button. She's calling for it for the top 8, and to make a 3rd shot, and then let the Kelowna team deal with it. I think the rock looks a little light. I don't think the rock is going to make it. A hog rock. So it leaves a shot for one for the Kelowna team to draw around their own yellow to the back blues for a 5-point lead if this is made. Weight looks good, line looks good. But it's too blue, I think. It's 7 to Kelowna 7, the Enderby team 5, 1 end to play.
Ernie, what sort of draw times do you get?
About 14. It's slower than what I thought right now.
It's either number 20 or 22. I think this ends 20. This pushes here. You have to be.
First rock for the Enderby team appears to be guard weight. About a number 2.
I guess we can see
The guard and the Kelowna team, Jeffries asked Palmer to come around. The rock is a little heavy. If it rests, it should be at the 8. Oh, it dug in and still biting the 4. Enderby's team is again doing the draw behind their guard. And Enderby is partially buried behind their blue guard, but the blue guard is quite long. So there's no issue coming around with even hack weight. The Kelowna rock is going to be tapping the blue out of play. The shot now that Enderby has is to put one on the right side of the house and then play the ones up the middle, but she's chosen to call more weight and to play takeout, and it's a miss. Which opens up the opportunity for the Jeffrey from Kelowna to call a guard in the top 12 area just off the center line. It might be very, very long guard and shouldn't be any difficulty to come around. Collins from Enderby team is calling for a draw, in-turn draw to the yellow one on the button. It's a good rock. It is going to be shot rock buried behind their own blue guard. A very nice shot. If Palmer rock can come in and freeze onto the shot Yellowstone, it's going to be very difficult to score 2. And 2 are needed to tie the game. Another timeout being called.
And then the other way. Draw them up. I think he can get in there.
There are 2 options here. One is with the in-turn. You can probably a better shot might be the out-turn draw to the button. You have to get another one in a very small area. The Enderby shot racked on their own blue guard and opened it up, which is not good. Another timeout.
Was there already was? Yeah, but it didn't. So we think these guys won. They can't win. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Going to do something.
I think they're gonna put on. So I'm just gonna try and.
Jeffrey, and Palmer decided to freeze to their own yellow. Freeze or a gentle tap. A great shot. Removes the blue, and there are 4 yellows counting.
Oh my god.
And with 1 rock to play, that is the game.
They still.
Whew.
No.
And the game is over. 7 for Jeffrey Palmer from Kelowna, and 5 for Collins and Knopp from Enderby. I suppose background noise doesn't, I don't know. Pardon? Well, thank you. I thought it sounds awful. It's a little difficult to do it by yourself. It's better to have 2 talk back and forth. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Guess they brought chairs down for us now.
Nice. Oh, I like the Italian game where there's not so much turnover like this. This is nuts.
Okay, so where are we going? Are we going into the email?
It should be in the email, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully a new one came around 10:28 or something.
10:33.
That works, yeah.